Okay, this is video 2 of the AQA A-Level Paper 1 Summer 2025 exam, the skeleton code, TargetClear. The first video we went through the code, so describing what each of the functions and variables do. So if you've not been through that, recommend that you do. It's only about 45 minutes long. This one we're going to make a few changes to the code. Okay. So if you remember, when you start the program, okay, we're not going to go for the training game. You get 20 numbers across here. The maximum number is 50, the maximum value. So it generates a random number between 0 and 50, 1 and 50, and then a number between 1 and 10 for here. Okay, so we'll just make a few changes to the code. Read that. Okay, let's get rid of that. So the number of targets is determined by this. So let's double that. Okay. We'll not dabble with the training game part of it, but here we'll make the maximum number. Let's make that 20, and we'll make the maximum target value 100. So if we were to run that now, you will see that we have now 40 targets, okay, and we have 5 numbers available, of which the maximum number is now 20 instead of 10. So that game will be a bit hard to play, I think. So let's scrap that. We'll just undo those changes, okay, and make that 20 again. Right. Okay, so next up, in case you weren't aware, hopefully you are, somebody has very helpfully put a wiki page up here for the skeleton code 2025, and people have been making contributions to that. There's some section C predictions here. So 2025 paper 1 will contain 4 questions with 23 marks. Predictions are the maximum number. Max number is used as a parameter. There is a difference whether it is used or not, making it obsolete. Okay, so there might be a question about that. There'll be some sort of theoretical question. Usually there's kind of object-oriented program type questions there, but who knows this year because the code isn't OOP. On section D, I've opened one already here, okay. If you remember from the first video, the score increments by 2 and then takes a 1 off the score after it has implemented the change. So if I can just find that score, I think it's in the play game part there. Okay, so somewhere in this in these functions here, let me just look where that is. The number, yeah, it's in the check if user input invalid validation is a target. In that function further down, it increments the score by 2. So there is a C# solution there. This is somebody who's had a go at this. They've created a user input evaluation is a target value here. Quite a good idea to do it that way. There are 2 ways to do it. If you look at the Python example here, this indicates another way, which is to basically just put an else statement. I think I'm going to go for that solution. So if we go to the play game, to where the score is decremented, you'll see that there's a series of if statements here. So first of all, if the user has put valid input, it will go on to do this. Otherwise, we will do an else to decrement that score. Okay, if the user has selected numbers in the numbers allowed list, then we go on to do that. Else we're going to do score minus minus. Okay, semicolon. And then finally, if the check, if it's actually a target, we actually do this, and then else we do score minus minus. Okay, so going through the code now, if the user output is valid, it goes on to this. If it is the numbers are in the list of allowed numbers, it does this. And then finally, if it actually hits a target, then we do this, and then it will drop out of all those else's, of course, onto the next instruction. Otherwise, we're going to go and add 1 to, well, at the moment it's 2, but we just want to add 1 to the score. So that should remove the bug. I'm going to play it now. The chances of maybe hitting 2 numbers is going to be low. Let's have a look. 36. Is there another 36? Yeah. So there's 2 36s there. Let's have a go at that. 4 times 9. That was a bit fortunate. Okay. 4 times 9. So it has removed 3 36s and just made the score equal to 3. Okay. So that code works as it should. So that's the first change made. Okay, let's have a go at another one of these questions from here. Okay, so let's collapse that one. The C# solution, I think this is slightly cleverer. Somebody's just set a Boolean value here to set the called user input validation. Okay, and they've set it to false. If it hits all those conditions through the if statements, then we set it to true, and then there's just a little if statement there. So that's another way of doing it. I think that's quite clever, maybe slightly better than the way I've done it, but both methods work. Okay, so let's collapse that. Let's have a look at this. Okay, modify the program so expressions with white space are accepted. Okay, let's have a look at that solution there. So that is a very easy one to do. We can look at where the user input is provided, and we can put this very simple replace method after the read line. So do you know what? I think I'm even just going to cut and paste that. Okay, so let's find the code. Let's find where the user input is provided, which is there. Okay. All right, let's give that a go. Let's stop the program. Start it again. Okay, so let's see if we can pick a number from there. Ooh, what can we do? 18. Oh yeah, 9 plus 9. So 9 space plus space 9 should remove that 18. There you go. So that's that one sorted. Okay, let's exit that. Another quick and easy change, add exponentials, okay, to the code. So let's have a quick go at that one. So the solution is just to change the program in to do 3 or 4 areas, actually. 4 areas. Okay, so obviously you could figure this out for yourself. We need to change the regular expression match to allow for this. Okay, so if you remember the regular expression, that's the start of the regular expression, dollar is the end. We can have one and many of the 0 to 9s. Then we can have one of the symbols, okay, plus, minus, asterisk, backslash, and we need to add in the exponential. So let's find that. That's in check user input is valid. Wherever that is, I think it was towards the end. So we'll just add that in there. We'll backslash. And then we'll put in the caret symbol. Okay, so we make that change. Next up, we need to make a change to the convert. One way of doing this, of course, is to search for these symbols, but let's just go to that now. So the convert to okay. So we need to add in this bit here. We need to include the in this dictionary the caret as well. So let's cut and paste that. Put a comma in. We would have put a caret there. An indices has a higher priority than a division or a multiply. So we'll give that, well, let's give it a 6. Okay, so that's got the higher precedence. Okay, we would then need to add it in the we would then need to add it into the evaluation. So there's a couple of changes there. We need to put into the while section, and then we need to add in that maths one there. So I'm just going to cut and paste that in, actually, make it easy for myself. Okay, so let's find that code. Go into the search box here. Evaluate. There we go. So we need to put in the caret in there, and then we need to add one more case for the caret. So that should now allow using the maths power function for number 1 and number 2. Okay, so it will it should do that. I think that is pretty much it, actually. Yeah, that is it. So let's do a start. Let's try this now. Okay. Gosh, is there anything we can do? 15. Yeah. Oh. 3 to the power of 2 should get rid of that 9. 3 to the power of 2. And the 9 is gone. So we've successfully added in the power function. And I think we'll yeah. So we'll well, this one looks like quite an easy one. So the program The user can't quit the game at the moment. I'm having to quit the game using a Control and C, but maybe we could add a exit command, okay, to this. So this is done in the play game method. Let's have a look at that. Play game. Go to the top where the play game was. So we've got this while game over here. So what we could do is see if the user has inputted a quit, okay, or an exit. Shall we just check if it's a queue? So if user input is equal to queue, let's put some quotes around that. Queue. Then we can just do an exit command. Okay, that's one way. Okay, we could do that. Let's correct my VB programming there. Okay, we could put that environment exit command in. Okay, let's just copy that in. All right. What have we done wrong? Oh. Okay. Spot the XVB programmer. Okay, so let's start that again. We want to quit, and we're out. Okay, perhaps an easier. Perhaps what we should do is actually set the the other way, of course, to do this is to set the game over equal to set the game over equal to true. So we could do that. Okay, instead equal to true. All right. Let's put the colon in there. That's it. Okay. So Q game over. All right. So oh, that's taken one off our score. Anyway, you get the idea. We can actually do an else on this instead. Else if, okay, and I think Q. Okay, so that's the other option to do that, so that you would only do this else if the input wasn't a Q. All right, I think that's a good place to conclude this video.